We gotta talk
What we
about
got
this.
today?
We gotta talk about this Billboard top 50 rappers, man. A lot of controversy. You know, seeing it in the comments and all that. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about Travis Scott. You know what I'm saying? He got some.
Straight up.
You know, and he said Cacti's dropping again.
Ooh.
He said, yo, that shit dropping in March. Even though that shit tasted like ass. Let's be
Yeah, I
real.
heard. I've never got to taste it, but
For
I
real?
heard it tastes.
It was just
disgusting.
carbonated,
Caca?
flavored alcohol. It was alright. Like, it got you twisted, though, because it was 7% instead of, like, 5%. So,
Okay.
got you a little wasted. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to talk about this Destroy Lonely show that we just went to.
Yes.
Should watch the vlogs from both of our channels, you know. And the hot takes, man. So where you want to start off, dog? Where you want to start
Let's
off?
go
at?
with this 50 list, man. The
Let's talk
top
about
50 rappers of all time.
All time.
Now, we're going to speak a little bit about who's in it, but especially we're going to talk about who's not in it.
Right.
Because there was a lot of snubs, just like the All-Star weekend.
Right.
All-Star games today, actually.
Yes, it is.
There was a lot of snubs on this list, my boy.
A lot.
Let's get into it. So,
All right, so I guess we could start off. I got the list right here. Let's whip out the list real quick. Hold on. Calm your horses.
I think the first shocker for me was Lil Wayne being
Number 7.
7 in the list. I think he's top 3, top 5.
Okay.
But, you know, it's neither here nor there because people like to say the latter part of his career, like, wasn't
Right.
much. But he was and probably still is the best rapper of all time.
Prime Wayne is the greatest rapper of all time. We always say that, bro. We always say that, man.
Yeah.
And shit. The one thing that stood out to me was not that Future made the list. I think he's like number 33, which I think he's deserving. Not that he's the best bars in the world, but you got to take into, you know, totality his whole career, influence, and all that. But
Right.
Young Thug not being on this list, I'm sorry.
Where's Thugalicious at?
He's a better rapper than Future to me in terms of
agree.
like metaphor, similes, wordplay.
Creativity.
Bro, you can't have Future on here and not have Young Thug.
That was strange.
I'm
That
sorry.
was 100% true, bro.
Absolutely,
'Cause
bro. Come on.
With Thug and Future both coming from Atlanta, it kind of came up at the same time, even though Future's a little older.
Right.
But you can't have a list with Future and not Thug. It's
Yeah, exactly. And he might not have the hits that Future has, but if you know, you know. Like I don't know how else to explain it. Like the influence is real.
From like 2016, 17 to like 2020, just YSL and Young Thug.
Shit, even before, man, with the Rich Homie 2014 lifestyle. Shit, you could say that
like
too.
that era I was talking about,
Right.
2016 to
I got
2020, it was the slat era. For real.
Super slat.
Super slimy, slime
on,
this,
bro.
slime ball that. Like you can't have.
And he put
Future
on,
not
he
Thug.
tried, you know what I'm saying? He tried to put on a lot of people, man. All his homies.
He was on his Gucci Mane ish. You know what
Come
I'm saying?
on. So look, we got 50 Cent at number 17. How you feel about that placement?
I mean, these always been my thoughts. These always have been my thoughts, but
Yeah.
Anthony Fantano said it best. I think it's a little, too close to number 1 for me.
Word? You think he should be like in the 30s?
Yeah.
Damn, I
He's
don't know
definitely
about that.
respectable to the point where he's got to be on the top 50 list.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think his overall career is a little overrated. You know, Anthony Fantano said it, but I'm relaying the message that it's a little overrated.
Okay.
Even though his impact was crazy. I
Yeah.
feel like culturally, Dipset around that time was more like lifestyle and shit. But 50 Cent had the music for sure.
I feel like when he also said that Get Rich or Die Trying is not that good, which
Really?
yeah, he said it wasn't that great. Basically, I don't know the exact words, but he was like, "Oh, which a lot of people say he only has one classic album, and
Which one is that?
But Get Rich or Die Trying.
Okay.
But to me, that's one of the greatest hip hop albums ever made, and I think that alone deserves. And people sleep on his lyrical ability. I'm not saying he's the best rapper of all time, but 50, even before that tape, like the mixtape days, bro, 50 was going in. Like you wouldn't think that 50 made this track. Like damn, crazy bars, bro. And I feel as if, yeah, his run may not be that long, but I think 17 is definitely deserving. I think he could be top 15.
He got a few punches in, but those few punches they hit, right?
Man, he's got hits. He got hits, bro. Like hits. You know what I'm saying? And shit. They even have Scarface over him. That makes sense. Better.
He has, I think, 1 or 2 diamond records now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And some people might say The Massacre is a classic too. It depends how you look at it, but
That's my favorite album.
that's what's up. Yeah, Curtis is a good album. It's not a classic, but it's a good album. It's got some hits from it. You know what I'm saying? Ayo, Technology. What you what you know about that?
Yeah.
Something special. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But in terms of like longevity, 50, you know, he's huge now. Especially everybody knows 50 Cent. You know, actor wise and all that. But he couldn't adapt with the times. You know what I mean? 50 couldn't. I don't think he could make an album today like how a Nas or a Jay-Z can. You know,
Yeah.
he just, I don't know. He's a little one-dimensional in that
The
aspect.
placement of each artist is very
the times
subjective.
changed, you know. For
The
50.
placement of these artists are very subjective. I
Right.
feel like they can interchange a lot of places, but let's talk about who was left off the list, bro. Lupe Fiasco,
Yeah.
MF Doom,
Yeah, that's crazy.
The Game,
That's crazy.
Joey Badass.
He should be in like the 40s, I say. I think so.
Max B, maybe?
Max B, nah. Hell
Yeah,
no,
I know.
nah.
But
Tyler the Creator
no Tyler the
is
Creator, yeah.
insane. That's insane to me because I always say this. I may not listen to Tyler at all, but when it comes to him actually trying to rap, like on his boom bap shit, like really like witty bars and like, bro, he's like top 5 in the
Perfect
game
example is-
easily,
Perfect examples of songs with A$AP Rocky. So
bro. But not even that, just the creativity, bro. Get evolving every album. Igor, like his Call Me If You Get Lost, like it's just so unique.
he gets caught up in that artistic box. The same thing
but
with
he's
Kanye
a
West.
rapper though. Tyler's a rapper.
Right.
I don't give a fuck.
Kanye West is too, but you know how Kanye gets that.
Tyler's a better rapper.
They
than
try
Kanye
to separate artist from rapper with Kanye, you know.
too. Right.
Um,
Because Kanye's not the greatest lyricist ever. No, you know what I mean. But
but he's one of the greatest artists
of all
ever.
time.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying though. Because a lot of people on this list aren't really the best artists either. But they go in by what lyrical ability, right? So how is Tyler not in here? It makes no sense.
Joey Badass is another one.
Or even Denzel Curry too.
Denzel Curry.
Denzel Curry, he been in the game for a minute. He may not have the hits like that, but
You know,
pen game, crazy.
they have to show their respects
Crazy.
with the older artists because there's a foundation that was laid for hip hop, and you gotta pay homage to that. They put a little too many though.
They put J. Cole at 15. A lot of people were kind of upset at that.
Yeah.
You know, some
Yo,
people think he's like top 5.
I left a comment on Fantano's video where he was
Yeah.
talking about it.
Yeah.
You remember people were putting Big Sean up there with Kendrick,
At
Drake,
that,
and J.
yes,
Cole?
Yes, at that
Can you
point.
believe that?
I can, low key.
Yo.
Because, listen, at the time,
Big Sean
has
was
his
in the
moments.
top 4
I
at
know.
some point.
The thing is, because Big Sean has his moments where the greatness, like, yo, his pen game kind of crazy. Like, don't sleep on Big Sean. His bars are fire. It's just the certain songs, they just might not take him serious. He has songs like,
Boy,
I don't know, like the song on fucking,
with Nicki?
on the Metro Boomin album.
that- yeah,
that
that
song
shit-
alone, to me, horrible. That song is
I
terrible.
know.
Pussy
You've
so
mentioned it
good,
before, yeah.
Head so good.
Yeah.
I could fuck you all night. Yeah, I would. It's just songs
Yeah.
like that just not
Lackluster.
it. But people, you could argue Big Sean could be in the top 50. No. What do you think? I
Yeah.
mean, he's got the hits. He's got
Yeah.
bars. You know, I think he has a classic album with fuck, what's the
Let me
name
get
of
it-
it?
let
The
me get his
2015.
discography,
The 2015 album is amazing. The
Big
shit where one
Sean.
man changed the world, all your fault.
My
Deep.
favorite album is I Decided.
Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's a good album.
I Decided.
That's a good album.
That's a great
Dark
Dark
Sky-
Sky Paradise.
Great album. Yeah, Finally Famous is
Um,
good too.
Finally Famous, Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame's alright. There was some
Double
lot
or
of skips.
Nothing had one song that was decent.
And his Detroit mixtape, that shit should have been an album. That shit's fantastic. So you could argue he could be in there, but the thing
what?
is,
He dropped an album?
yeah, Detroit too. Yeah, came out of a pandemic, right?
No, 2022.
Nah, it's not
September
2022.
19th, 2022.
Nah, boy, I had that shit
Oh, it
since.
says deluxe.
Yeah, nah, that's a
Okay.
decent album too. But they got LL Cool J over J. Cole. I mean, that's way before our time. So I gotta, we can't.
Mama Said Knock You Out was
Right, and a lot of people say he was like the first, like the ladies' man, you
Right.
know what I mean, like the smooth hits.
He was like the first marketable artist. He
That's a
actually
good point.
finessed You know Fubu, the
Right,
black
right.
owned
Rock
brand.
the Bells too. That was a big deal.
So he rocked with Fubu, and the owner. I
Right.
think his name is Omar Johnson or something like that. Demir Johnson.
Right.
They finessed Fubu onto a nationally televised like commercial,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh
then
shit.
yeah, look into it.
Right.
But that's a cool story
Yeah,
for
no, and fashion wise, he had it. Back then, that boy Cool J was too cool for school, man.
Yep,
They
yep.
got Rakim 13 before our time, but everybody says he's one of the greatest rappers
You
of
want to
all
get
time.
into the top 10?
We could get into the
We
top
can start
10.
with number 10.
And Andre 3000, I'm glad he's on here, number 12. Kanye at 11 and Nicki Minaj at number 10. This is where the comments got real spicy. Real spicy.
Yeah.
Look, we don't really listen to Nicki, right? Let's be real. We don't listen to her.
I listened to her first tape, Beat Me Up Scotty, but go ahead.
But we respect her shit, you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
And undeniable hits, right? Extremely influential, especially for the females. But the fact that she's a female artist in the top 10,
Yeah.
huge kudos,
yeah.
man. But is she deserving to be over Kanye?
Yeah, we had a
know.
conversation in the car.
I don't know
On the way to
about that.
Loan, we had this conversation.
Bars-wise, maybe.
Oh, absolutely, bars-wise.
But
Hell yeah.
if the list is just bars, sure, I could
Think
see
of it
that.
this way.
But I'm putting Ye over
She
Nicki
had-
any day.
Nicki Minaj had one of the greatest verses of the 2010s.
On a Kanye song.
On a Kanye song.
That's crazy.
With Monster. That
Right.
Monster verse is probably one of the greatest verses of
It's
all
up
time.
there. It's great.
So
Great. Everything about it is just the way she came on that track, bro. Oh man,
and it was the real
so unique.
It was a real introduction to Nicki. So
Absolutely, she got the hits.
you know, she got Young
Features.
Money, Lil Wayne early on.
Impact crazy.
Yo, it's Impact. She's probably the most impactful artist in that
Right.
list.
It's
bro.
just the thing. It's kind of the same thing with the Big Sean thing though, because she's had songs that suck, too. She's got some shitty songs, but maybe Kanye.
But it's shitty to you.
But the Anaconda and shit
That's
like that.
shit. Yo, the girls love that.
I know it's a bang, like the clubs and
I
all
like
that shit.
Anaconda, the music video. That's
Oh, who
hard.
doesn't? Come
That's
on.
hard.
It's just man, I don't know. I don't know if I would put her over Kanye. I'm sorry. Let us know in the comments if I don't know.
Who's number 9?
Number 9, we got that boy Snoop Dogg.
Snoop.
No.
Okay.
No.
I don't agree with top 10.
No way.
I
I'm
agree.
sorry. There's no way.
It should be Kanye in replace or Nicki in replace of Snoop Dogg.
Bro, how you got Snoop Dogg over people like Rakim or Andre 3000? Like it's not. Nah.
Dog
Nah.
Pound or Dog House, whatever.
Shit, even Lloyd Banks could have been on this list, bro. They call him the Punchline
But
King
you
if we're
know,
going by bars and shit.
But you know he's not gonna be on there. Come on.
Shit, I don't know about
Number
Snoop
8.
Dogg. Might be the most popular rapper, like we said before, way back. Everybody
Facts.
knows Snoop Dogg,
Right.
but like people say he only got one classic album. Does he really got crazy bars like that? I don't know, man. We got number 8, Drizzy Drake Rogers. How you feel about Drake being at number 8? Think should be in the top 5 or not?
I think he should be right outside the top 5, so like 6 or 7.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
But number 7 is Wayne,
is Wheezy. Number 7 is Wayne.
which you know that's respectable that he's in the top 10. But I think majority people think he's top 5 for sure.
I don't know. That's interesting because Drake, the people still do the whole Ghost Rider thing. He's more of a singer, this and that. So it's kind of like a gray area for Drake, but like he's probably the biggest rapper ever.
Yeah,
So
the
it's
most
like,
commercially successful. For
number
sure.
6, we got that boy Notorious B.I.G. You know, I feel like he's in my top 5 in terms of wordplay and just
Word.
straight up bars.
Word.
Biggie's one of the greatest rappers ever.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, I respect
I
that.
respect that.
Number 5, Eminem. A lot of people in the comments like, damn, he should be
top
number
3.
1 or top 3.
Yeah.
You know, so that's one of the rappers that got me into hip hop. It's like so influential, like crazy hits.
If it was gonna be a top 3, it would definitely be Jay-Z, Nas, and M. Like if I had to get Lil Wayne out of there, he'll be 4. You know.
Number 4, we got that boy Tupac Shakur,
Mm-hmm.
one of the greatest of all time. Not only just he might not have been the best pen game like MC, but like Tupac, like as a figure, is like a god, low key.
Well, he was a poet. He was a
He was a poet. Yeah,
Let's be
for
honest.
sure.
Yeah,
I'm not saying he couldn't rap and he had bars, but he was more like what he stood for, just the swag
Yeah,
alone
yeah.
was
Thug life.
fucking
Lil Wayne
fire.
got Dwayne Carter on his stomach because he got Thug Life.
His
on
speeches, just the influence, the impact, just songs like Changes alone is like crazy, bro.
All I see is racist faces.
You know what I'm saying? Just watch his interviews still to this day, and he's still relevant.
Mhm.
I be watching mad Tupac interviews, bro, and it's a real shame still to this day. What
How do you
how
feel
Pac would
about
be?
Pac being ahead of Biggie? Because there was always that debate, but
I
I
think
agree with
Biggie's
that.
a better rapper than
Oh, for
Tupac,
sure. But Tupac
but
is
you gotta
definitely
take into account not only is Tupac might not be a better with the pen game, but he's still an amazing rapper on top of the legacy that he's left behind. So that puts him over Biggie a
Biggie
little
definitely
bit.
gives you oohs and ahs, and Tupac is more so like soulful,
So,
like
so yeah, Biggie's more that grimy street shit, like
word.
real bars. You feel me?
All black Tims.
Number 3, we got my favorite rapper of all time, Nas. Shout out, you know what I'm saying, the Queensbridge. But yeah, I mean, classic, one of the greatest albums of all time. Illmatic. His last run put him. I
Yeah.
think he should be number 1. But hey, Nas is one of the greatest rappers of all time. I keep saying he's the best, one of the best storytellers of all time. He has songs like Rewind. I don't know if you heard that. If I Gave You Power. There's another song I love, Bitches and Money, something like that, where he metaphors a woman to money. Like it's just
The same thing with the gun one too, right?
I Gave You Power. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Nah, Nas, to me, I love his discography. He might have some duds, but they got Kendrick. Go ahead, what you gonna say? My fault.
Oh no, go ahead. You good.
Kendrick, number 2. Man, that's crazy. 'cause
That's
he's
mad
probably
respect.
the most. That's probably the most new school, in
Yeah.
the top, other than Nicki and Drake.
It's really giving respect to our generation. You know what I'm saying?
I made the Kendrick documentary I made. I said that you could argue that Kendrick is the greatest rapper ever. Like
Commercial success, bars.
he is
Culture.
so you can't put him in a like. It's just so unique, bro. Just
Yeah.
listening to his verses, his features, even like you played earlier today in the song
Oh
"Jealous."
yes,
He has a feature on Fredo Santana's song called "Jealous." Bro.
that's one of his
It's just
greatest
so witty.
features. That's one of his greatest verses.
And the way he makes his voice, where it kind of sounds robotic a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
right? But it's just like,
Money changing people.
yeah, that shit is hard as hell.
Mhm.
He's like, got pussy on my tongue. Like it's just, it's just unique as fuck. You know, To Pimp a Butterfly, Good Kid, Mad City, Damn, Mr. Morale, shit. You could say they're all classics.
I like almost every single song on Damn.
You could say they're all classics. He hasn't dropped a dud yet.
Yeah,
Right?
you can even argue that there's 3 albums that could be the best album for him.
Right.
Isn't that crazy? Like
Right.
you got Damn.
You could argue this
Um,
is better. This is better. No, this is
right,
better.
Right.
Exactly. Yep.
Between Damn, Good Kid, Mad City, and Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, those are 3 albums that could arguably replace each other. You know,
Exactly. And then another.
not many people have that.
And number 1, Hove. And this seems to be the consensus for the past few years. And a lot of people are like, yo, where are we getting this from? That Jay-Z all of a sudden is the greatest rapper
All
of
of a
all
sudden.
time. No,
Really?
people say he's like top 3, but like it seems to be, especially on social media,
Cemented.
like it's like definitive. Nah, Jay-Z's the greatest rapper of all time.
I think so.
And shit, you could argue it. I mean,
Yeah.
bars, impact, like we said when we were in your car the other day, that it was a little before our time, like his heyday. Because I didn't really start listening to rap like that till like 02, 03 with 50. And he was already retired at that point.
People overlook
Jay-Z,
Jay-Z because every era.
Before we forget. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, but how quickly they forget, Oh, wait, hold
Every
on.
era he's been in, somebody has been number
Speaking of
one.
that, exactly. Speaking of that, I screenshotted some comments about this, right? Somebody said, I'm probably the biggest Jay-Z fan, and no one can say this wasn't true. X was big time. I'm assuming DMX. Yeah, it has to be. DMX was big time, and Jay didn't really pop until A Hard Knock Life. 50 and Jay-Z both dropped 2 of the greatest rap albums in the same year, and 50 was bigger. 50 had a good 4-year run, and so if the game, I don't know what he meant by that, but neither X or 50 outlasted Jay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and then there's another comment. Somebody said, numbers-wise, Jay-Z has never outsold anyone
Yep.
in the year he's dropped an album. If he's the GOAT at anything, it's just for being consistent and not the best at any time. That's crazy.
It's true though.
But
It's
that's why I put Nas of all the greatest, because it's like he may not have sold the greatest ever, but like what are we really judging it by?
Right.
Bars or just
It's crazy because Jay-Z had so much commercial success,
and
but
Nas
somebody
beat him.
else still had it.
And Nas won that war, the Nas and Jay-Z beef. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah. And listen to this real quick. My man said, listen, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Jay-Z been on the scene since Biggie and can still drop a #1 album today. His wife is the polish, of course, but he was dropping #1 albums before that, truth be told, before he met Beyonce. That's another thing, too, that people say that Hov's career wouldn't be where it's at if it wasn't for Beyonce.
Queen B.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh, got one more comment. My man said, being bigger in your prime is different than being the best ever. 50 put out one really good album, and every other one flopped more than the previous. DMX was great for 5 years. Jay-Z has put out great music over close to 30 years. How many other rappers are still relevant this long? So maybe that's why, they put him in the greatest of all time, man. And he's got some classic shit, Even his 444 album, great.
Throughout every era, though, you had 50 Cent, Ja Rule,
It's like the
Nelly.
Kobe. Oh, Ja Rule, yeah. We didn't say him. I think he should be in the top 50. Nelly.
I agree.
I like that. I like that Nelly choice.
Fat
Joe,
Eminem at one point had it over Jay-Z. Like,
he bodied him on his own song. That's
Wayne.
what Nas said. Eminem bodied you on your own song. You a dick riding. You love the attention. He was going in, and Nas even said that he stole his whole swag from the Blueprint was originally KRS-One's album. Yeah, and he's
Really?
he recycled a lot of Biggie's lyrics. Hell yeah, yeah. Nas bodied his whole shit on Ether, bro. Like he was like, oh, you got your name Jay-Z from another rapper named Jazz. Man, shit.
Wow.
Yeah, boy, come on, man.
Yo,
Come on.
this
So,
was
I
a
don't know.
really good segment. Let us know what you think.
Does Fat Joe belong on this list though? Joey Crack. I think so, man. People sleep
I would
that
say-
90s Fat Joe.
But wasn't Big Pun in this?
Yes, he was like in the 30s.
I think Big Pun ahead
He's
of Fat
definitely
Joe
better
for
than.
sure.
Wait, hold on. I just realized.
Hold the phone.
Is Big L on this list?
No, he's not.
He's not on this list?
No.
Are
Big
you
L is-
serious?
Yeah, but you gotta be honest. Like he died before he could really make an impact.
Bro,
like that.
but
People
bro.
know. If you know, you know. That's
Big
what it
L is better than so many artists on this
It's
list. bro.
unfortunate.
One of the greatest rappers. Lyrically, nobody's touching Big L.
Bro, but
Nobody.
think about how his family feels, bro. Like, he's not getting the recognition because he just died way too
Big L's better
early.
than E40's, better than Dr. Dre,
If you don't know about Big L,
better than Gucci.
his own brother killed him.
Yeah, best friend.
Best friend.
Yeah, but basically his brother. But I don't know, man. I know he died early, but come on, bro. Even Nas said that was the only rapper he feared, bro.
You know what I learned too? Because I was learning about like dark music and like
Horrorcore?
Horrorcore, and he was like one of the first ones to do horrorcore. Big O.
You got to hear a
Very
freestyle.
interesting.
You got to hear a freestyle. 1996 or High 97. Big L and Jay-Z were like in the same room. Big L fucking
Blamed
bodied.
it. Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yo, nobody was touching L, bro. I'm telling you, if you know, you know, man. Shout out to the Digging in the Crates, the enemy, like Fat Joe, Big L was mad cool.
Yo,
with each
no
other.
Destroy Lonely.
That's crazy, right?
That's crazy.
How the hell
bro.
is Heat not #1?
I don't know, bro.